Hello everyone, this is Aparna Bhat and welcome to YouTube channel Abhijna Legal Maps. So today we are going to understand the most important constitutional amendments which have been asked in All India Bar Examination previous year question papers, and this would be very helpful for your last minute revision. Okay, so we are going to discuss about 10 to 15 amendments which have been constantly and consistently asked in most of the All India Bar examinations. Which are completely related to constitutional amendments. So, if you are interested in All India Bar Examination mock test, so we have 5 mock tests, 5 full length mock tests which are ready, and you can attempt in real time, like for a duration of 3 hours you can attempt the examination, the link of which we have provided here in the chat section, and also in comment section also will provide, or in YouTube description also you can find the link of it. Okay, so without any delay, let us begin with today's class. See, the first amendment, the constitutional first amendment was enacted in which year? It was enacted in the year of 1951. So, 9th schedule was added. 9th schedule is something which makes some of the laws immune from judicial review. Okay. So, 9th schedule was added. Not only 9th schedule, this was one of the first amendments which tried to bring some land reforms. So, soon after the constitution was enacted, this is the law which we can see, the first constitutional amendment. So, very important, it was enacted in 1951. The next question is, the power of parliament to amend the constitution is a constituent power, was inserted in article 368 of the Constitution of India. See, this is a very major important enactment, and this is also held to be valid in Keshavananda Bharati case. There also it was held to be valid, Constitution 24th amendment. And see, the basic conflict was between article 13 and article 368, because article 13 defined what is law and article 368 said regarding what is constitutional amendment. So, the question was whether such a constitutional amendment is considered as a law, because those constitutional amendments which are violating the fundamental rights, they cannot be held to be constitutional, right. So, for bringing many land reforms, this was coming in way, because the right to property was being affected, and obviously they would agitate saying that our fundamental rights are violated. So, there was always conflict between article 13 and article 368. So, but later Constitutional 24th amendment, it said that constitutional amendment is considered to be a law, and that is why Parliament has the power to make such constitutional amendments. So, the same thing, it was upheld in the Keshavananda Bharati case, and Keshavananda Bharati held that such fundamental rights can be also amended, but the basic feature of the constitution, basic structure of the constitution must not be violated. So, that was the final outcome. Okay. So, this was all about because of the 24th amendment which took place in 1971. The next one, which amendment included Sikkim as a state? So, earlier Sikkim was not included as a state, it was considered to be associate state, or earlier it was considered to be protectorate state, but later it was added as a full-fledged state like other states, how in India other states were, likewise it was added. So, it was done in the year of 36th amendment. Next one, article 328. Article 323A pertains to administrative tribunals, they are relating to administrative tribunals. So, article 323B is regarding other tribunals. So, the constitution was amended by 42nd amendment, saying that the administrative tribunals can be established to look up service matters or administrative matters. Okay. So, this 42nd amendment was included. 42nd amendment is said to be a mini constitution, and it has lots of significance, because it was introduced in the era of in the rule of Indira Gandhi, and which tried to lessen the powers of Supreme Court and the High Court, and try to increase the powers of the cabinet ministers, or the prime minister or the parliament. It tried to increase the powers of the government, which was again later reversed in 44th amendment. Okay. But still some of the amendments hold still good, and they are still valid up to this day. Some of the amendments have been reversed, but whereas 42nd amendment, some rules are still holding good, as in the case of article 323A. So, article 48A and article 51AG. So, not only 51AG, the entire 51A, it was introduced by way of 42nd amendment. See, this is a directive principle of state policy, article 48A, but article 51A It is fundamental duty. Fundamental duty was not earlier there in constitution, it was introduced, fundamental duties were introduced by way of 42nd amendment only. Okay. Then 42nd amendment made another major change, saying that it said that directive principles of state policy have more preference than fundamental rights. So, DPSBs are more superior, they prevail over the fundamental rights. This was said in 42nd amendment, but this is not true as of now. This was reversed later. Okay, directive principles do not hold good, do not prevail over fundamental rights. It is the fundamental rights which can be enforced and which prevail DPSPs. Directive principles of state policies cannot be enforced in the court of law. So, this is the case in this case of 42nd amendment. Then this question has been asked in many times, many question papers this has been asked by in the preamble of the constitution, what all words have been added. So, earlier the constitution was said to be sovereign, democratic and republic, but by way of 42nd amendment 2 more words were added, that is socialist, secular. So, now it is called to be sovereign, socialist, secular, democratic, republic. And also in the later portion it was integrity, unity and integrity. The word integrity was added to the phrase unity and integrity of the nation. So, totally 3 words were added, socialist, secular and also integrity. In the question this has not been asked, but please keep this in your mind, socialist, secular and the word integrity were added, okay, by way of 42nd amendment. So, fundamental duties, they are the outcome of 42nd amendment 1976. The same question repeated, socialist and secular repeated, the same question. So, you can see that the questions are being asked in different manner, right, different ways they have been asked. So, this is one such thing, socialist and secular. Then, okay. So, already we have seen that article 323A was introduced, right, that was regarding administrative tribunal and other service tribunals, everything. So, service tribunals were introduced by 42nd Amendment Act of 1976. Okay. Next one, right to freedom to acquire, hold and dispose of property is abolished by which amendment? See, what happened was till 42nd amendment, right to property was still freedom of, it was considered to be a fundamental right, but later in 44th amendment what did they do? It was there in part 3, right to property was there in part 3, recognized as fundamental right. So, it was removed from this portion and it was later introduced in article 300A. This is only a constitutional right, it cannot be considered to be fundamental right. Okay, this was the major change which was made by 44th amendment during the reign of Morarji Desai government, okay, in the year 1978. Right to property was removed, it was abolished or it was removed, omitted from fundamental rights chapter and it was reintroduced in article 300A as just a constitutional right. So, this is one such thing. Then yes, the same thing, right to property, it was considered to be article 19(1)(f). Okay. So, this was deleted and article 31 was also deleted and article 300A was reintroduced in 44th amendment 1978. Okay. Next one, article 300A of the Indian constitution, the right to property has been inserted in the constitution by which amendment? The same question, it was introduced by way of 44th amendment 1978. Next one, the same question regarding right to property, it is the 44th constitutional amendment. Then which amendment introduced anti-defection provision? So, this is regarding defection. Defection means the one who changes the parties, regarding them, they may be considered disqualified. Okay. The complete set of rules was introduced as 10th schedule. Okay. The 10th schedule is also considered to be anti-defection, which is also the byproduct of 52nd amendment. In 52nd amendment this was introduced. So, earlier original constitution had only 8 schedules, okay, but 9th schedule was introduced in 1951 only by way of first amendment. By way of 52nd amendment 10th schedule was introduced. Then later 73rd and 74th amendment were introduced. 73rd was regarding Panchayat Raj and 74th amendment was regarding urban local bodies. So, they introduced 11th and 12th schedules respectively. Okay. So, this is a very important question, many times they have asked. 52nd Amendment, 10th schedule, anti-defection law. Okay. The same thing asked in different manner, it was like in the year 1985. Disqualification on the ground of defection were added to the constitution by way of 52nd Amendment. The same question, 52nd Constitutional Amendment. Yes, this is also important provision in 73rd Amendment, okay, regarding Panchayat Raj, part 9 of the constitution was introduced, and we can also see that 74th Amendment was regarding the addition of the 12th schedule. Then in 86th Constitutional Amendment, this is regarding right to education. So, in fundamental rights, Article 21A was introduced, making it as fundamental right and giving the state the duty to provide compulsory education to children from 6 years to 14 years. Okay. And also in the case of fundamental duties, Article 51, okay, in the 51A, it was said that it is the duty of the parents to provide education to children from the age of 6 to 14 years of age. So, 86th Constitutional Amendment brought major changes regarding the right to education. Okay, this is the rule, 86th Constitutional Amendment. So, the same thing, Article 21A was added in the constitution by 86th Constitutional Amendment. So, you can see that the questions, these are all the questions of previous year questions of all India bar examinations only. They were asked in different manner, only that is different, in different mannerism they were asked. So, we have included all such questions. Next one, yes, the same thing, 86th Amendment, what was added? The duty of parent to provide opportunity for education to his child. Then see service tax. So, this is not a question regarding goods and service tax. GST was added by way of 101st Amendment. Okay. This is only service tax. Regarding service tax, 88th Amendment was introduced. Then comes 91st Amendment, not that important. So, this was regarding defection, that was deleted. Okay. The provision which stated that if there is a split in the political party, that itself is the ground for disqualification. So, that whatever provision was there, that was deleted by way of 91st Amendment 2003. Then Article 15(5), what change did it bring? See, this is also important because it introduced 15(5) introduced reservation in private education institutions also. So, that is very important. Article 15(5) by way of 93rd Amendment we can see. So, yes, the same thing, reservation in private education institutions, 93rd Amendment was introduced. The same question, 93rd Amendment regard to reservation for admission to education institutions. Then comes 97th Amendment. 97th Amendment has introduced a fundamental right, that is, you can see we have the right to form societies and unions, along with that also cooperative societies, right to form cooperative societies also very important. So, that right was introduced by way of 97th Amendment in the year 2011. Yes, thank you Tangamani, thank you so much. So, then the Supreme Court declared which amendment as unconstitutional. Okay. So, earlier there was a system of collegium system was there. So, this collegium system, this is a system where the senior most judges appoint the Supreme Court or High Court judges. So, but later what happened, by way of 99th Amendment, National Judicial Appointment Commission was introduced. So, this commission, it also would appoint Supreme Court or High Court judges, not the collegium system. But later in 4th judges case, or it is also called as Supreme Court Advocates on Record case, in that case it was held that this National Judicial Appointment Commission as unconstitutional. So, the entire 99th Amendment was held to be unconstitutional, okay, by in a 4th judges transfer case. So, again the collegium system is restored. Even in the book, in the Bare Acts, if you find Constitution section 1 article 124 and all, if you find some of the provisions regarding NJAC, but in footnote you can see that the provision has been held to be unconstitutional by the Supreme Court in such and such case. That footnote you can find. Next one, very important, 101st Amendment in the year 2016, the provision regarding goods and service tax GST was introduced. Okay. So, 101st Amendment 2016, GST Council was also introduced, Article 279A, okay, because it is the constitutional body, GST Council, Article 279A, that is also important. Then this is 103rd Amendment. I think these are all the probable questions which could be asked in the examination, because the recent amendments in the 103rd Amendment, we can see that economically weaker sections of the society, so they were provided 10% reservation in educational institutions in Article 15 or in public employment, opportunities in public employment in Article 16. So, regarding EWS category, 10% reservation by way of 103rd Amendment. Important, very important, please note them. Okay. And this is not that important, because that is only a bill. It was asked regarding Arunachal Pradesh, Constitution Scheduled Tribes Order Amendment Bill 2011 related to Arunachal Pradesh. So, recent amendment is regarding 106th Amendment. Okay. Recently we had 106th Amendment which gives reservation to women in legislative assemblies and parliament, where women will be having 1/3 reservation. So, very, very important. This is also, that amendment is also known as Nari Shakti Vandana Adhiniyama, okay, which is also called as Nari Shakti Vandana Adhiniyama. So, that is one important amendment which we can say. So, if we have to revise which all amendments are important, first amendment, it introduced 9th schedule. Then 7th Amendment, I did not mention there, but 7th Amendment is regarding reorganization of states. So, that is also very important. Reorganization of states based on the languages. Then comes 24th Amendment, which is regarding Article 368, Constitutional Amendment, they made changes there. Then Article 42nd Amendment regarding mini constitution, Article 44th where right to property was abolished and Article 300A was introduced. Then 52nd Amendment, Anti-defection law, 10th schedule was introduced. Then, sorry, it got erased. This got erased, but still let us understand in what terms. We taught regarding 52nd Amendment, then 86th Amendment regarding education, right to education, Article 21A was introduced. Then 93rd Amendment, right to education, reservations in private education institutions, that was introduced there. Then 99th Amendment, this was regarding NJAC, which was held to be unconstitutional. 101st Amendment, GST. 103rd Amendment regarding EWS reservation, and the recent one, 106th Amendment regarding 1/3 reservation in for women in legislative assemblies and parliament. Nari Shakti Vandana Adhiniyam. Okay, so if you remember, the earlier one was 1st Amendment, 7th Amendment, 24th Amendment, 42nd Amendment, 44th Amendment, 52nd Amendment, and also I forgot to mention 73rd and 74th Amendment. Okay, so 9th schedule was added here, 10th schedule was added in 52nd Amendment, 73rd Amendment added 11th schedule, 74th schedule added 12th schedule. So, if you remember the amendments in this manner, questions will be asked, like I will not say from only these important sections, but so far among these provisions the questions have been asked. Okay. So, yes, you can just note it down and you can remember them. So, I hope you have liked this video, and this is a YouTube channel. If you have not subscribed, do subscribe, because we are conducting various English lectures. This is wholly dedicated to English lecture YouTube channel, because most of them who are not able to follow English, so who are not able to follow Hindi, they can either follow in English. We also have a Kannada YouTube channel, that is Abhijna Law Series. There you can also find our various videos in Kannada, and this is in English. We also have Abhijna Law Series app. There you can find different mock tests. So we have a relevant mock test for you, where you can find, see here, this is the home page. The link of the website we have given, www.abhijnalegal.in. So here if you go to courses, you can find 5 mock tests, which is for rupees 250, and in content section you can see so many. Yes, in content section you can find different 5 mock tests are there, along with the PDF solutions are also there. You can buy them. And also another important major thing, we have launched a new article website where you can find different articles. Okay. So we have seen that recently Himachal Pradesh Judiciary notification has been announced, so for 21 posts. So regarding that we have already given the article, so you can check them if you are interested. If you belong to that region, definitely you can apply to that. Okay. So this was all about, you can find the link. You can also join our WhatsApp channel, WhatsApp groups are there to follow and to receive regular updates. So this was all about our work, what we are doing so far, and in the next video we will be understanding about some more All India Bar examination revision topics. Okay. So if you are interested, definitely subscribe, and do not forget to like and also comment what you have felt in the comment section. Okay. See you in my next video. Thank you, take care, and bye bye.